The most dangerous man is not the one who can bend the world to his will. He is not the richest, the strongest, or the most brilliant. He is the man who needs nothing. Imagine a person untouched by fear of loss, unshaken by what others think, free from the endless pull of desire. While the rest of the world chases validation, clings to possessions, or trembles at the future, he moves with a quiet certainty that no external circumstance can disturb. You may feel the weight of your own thoughts pressing on you, pulling you in every direction, convincing you that control lies outside of yourself. This video is not about tricks, hacks, or shortcuts. It is about discovering that power lives inside, in the way you see and respond to life. By the end of this journey, you will understand why needing nothing is more than freedom. It is the kind of danger no one else can confront. You are about to learn how to take the first step toward a mind that cannot be owned, manipulated, or broken. Immediate relatability, emotional mirror. Do you ever feel like your own mind is working against you? Like thoughts multiply and tug at your attention, dragging your energy in every direction without permission? You worry about what might happen tomorrow, replay every mistake from yesterday, and still feel like nothing is under your control. You notice how much of your life is dictated by the expectations of others, by news headlines, by the endless pressure to achieve and accumulate. Every day, anxiety whispers that you are not enough, that you must hold on tighter, want more, fear loss. You are not alone in this struggle, and recognizing it is the first step toward freedom. This video is for those who are tired of being prisoners to their own emotions. By watching, you will begin to see the pattern that keeps you trapped, and you will discover a way to step outside it, not by changing the world, but by changing how you meet it. You are about to see that the chaos you feel is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that a different way of thinking is waiting for you. Conceptual shift. Stoic truth revealed. The power of needing nothing begins with understanding what you can control and what you cannot. Most people spend their lives chasing outcomes they have no authority over, letting social media, opinions, and chance dictate their mood. But the man who needs nothing sees the world differently. He doesn't resist reality, he flows with it. When loss comes, he experiences it fully, then lets it pass without clinging. When chaos surrounds him, he applies reason instead of reaction. Imagine a CEO with everything yet sleepless every night, terrified of losing it all, contrasted with a minimalist who owns almost nothing but sleeps peacefully, waking with calm focus. One surrenders to circumstance, the other masters himself. This is not philosophy for the shelf, it is practice in daily life. Every interaction, every unexpected change, every disappointment becomes a lesson in freedom. You will learn how to distinguish the controllable from the uncontrollable, and in that space, you will feel a quiet strength building inside, a danger to external pressures because it cannot be shaken. Practical reflection. Exercises. Take a moment and imagine losing everything tomorrow. Your job, your possessions, the opinions of others, even the certainty of your daily routine. What would remain untouched inside you? That is the place where real power lives. Begin by asking yourself every day, which of these worries can I actually influence, and which are outside my control? When anxiety arises, don't push it away. Observe it, name it, and decide how you will respond, not react. Try short thought experiments. Picture yourself facing a challenge you cannot change, then notice how calm you can remain when you focus only on your response. These exercises are not about avoidance or detachment from life. They are about internal mastery, creating a mind that is steady even when the world shakes. Each practice builds a subtle but undeniable resilience. Little by little, you will notice that emotional storms pass faster, that fear no longer dictates your choices, and that a new kind of freedom emerges, the power to face life without being owned by it. Emotional and cognitive alignment. As you practice seeing what is within your control and what is not, something begins to shift. Anxiety no longer tightens around your chest like a vice, and emotional highs and lows stop dictating every decision. You start to notice clarity in moments that once felt overwhelming. Choices become simpler because your mind is no longer a battlefield of desires and fears. Real power is quiet, almost invisible, but unmistakable in its effect. It shows in calm reactions to conflict, in patience when others lose theirs, in steady focus when distractions scream for attention. History is full of people who understood this intuitively. Those who moved through life with needlessness are the ones who influence quietly, who make decisions without being manipulated, who stand unshaken in the face of chaos. By aligning reason and emotion, you begin to live with purpose that is not dependent on circumstance, and you feel the first real taste of a mind that cannot be controlled from the outside. The dangerous man demonstration. The man who needs nothing cannot be manipulated, controlled, or distracted. He is dangerous not because he dominates others, but because he cannot be dominated. Consider the historical figures who faced immense pressure yet remained unshaken, whose decisions were guided by clarity rather than fear. Or the everyday person who, having lost everything, still walks calmly, refusing to let circumstance dictate their inner life. This danger is internal. It comes from mastery over desire, fear, and attachment. When the world tries to impose its chaos, he moves like water, unbroken, unaffected. Others may scramble, panic, or collapse under pressure, but he remains steady. That steadiness is influence, it is power, it is freedom, and it is a power that cannot be taken, because it is born from within, shaped by reason and acceptance rather than external circumstance. The man who needs nothing is not only untouchable, he is unstoppable. Closing transformation in silent agreement. Now you understand why needing nothing is the ultimate power. This is not about acquiring more or controlling others. It is about seeing clearly, feeling calmly, and responding wisely. The shift you have experienced is subtle but profound. Your mind is no longer at the mercy of every thought or fear. You have learned to distinguish what can be influenced from what cannot, to meet life with reason instead of reaction, and to let the inevitable pass without losing your center. Notice how that feels. That calm, unshakable presence is your first taste of true freedom. The man who needs nothing walks through life untethered by want, unshaken by circumstance, and invisible to the manipulations of the world. By the end of this journey, you carry that same power inside you. The world may continue to spin in chaos, but you move through it with the quiet certainty that no one can touch, no one can buy, and no one can take away. If this video changed the way you see control, freedom, or your own mind, don't leave without making it count. Hit like to anchor this lesson in your day, and subscribe now to keep sharpening the way you think, feel, and act. The journey doesn't end here. Take the next step with me.